Hey everybody, it's Crow of PokeCrows here. Before we begin our video today, I just wanted to let you all know that we are active on Patreon. I don't like asking for this, but if you could consider checking it out, look at our tier list, let us know if you'd like to at least become a sponsor of the channel. It would really help us go towards the giveaways we plan on doing, as well as new equipment so we can do better recordings on this channel, do streaming on Mixer. Anyways, we'd really appreciate it if you could check it out. On to the video. Welcome back everybody to another episode of PokeCrows with Crow here. And we may have some really good news that may alleviate a lot of the concerns with Pokemon Sword and Shield. Not all, but one of the biggest things that people have been ragging on these games is the lack of the national dex, that we're only down to what has been revealed, only 400 Pokemon as part of the Galarian Dex. However, this image that you see on the screen here of all these Pokemon, many of whom have been cut from Pokemon Sword and Shield, yeah, these are all from inside the Sword and Shield game files. These icons are all used in those games. And we can clearly see Pokemon that were cut from the Galarian Dex in here. The Venusaur line, Blastoise line, returning. Now, what does this mean? It means that we're getting quite a bit more than just 400 Pokemon. What I would have to guess is the thing that I predicted in the little theory video we did, in which we'll more than likely be getting these Pokemon returning as weekly raid content. I know that that's not what most people would 100% want, but I'll take what I can get. I hate to say it, but I absolutely will take what I can get here, because it's very disheartening to lose so many Pokemon, and I can even see, like, even on this list, my boy Donphan's gone, right? And I love Donphan too. But I said a while back that I do believe we will be seeing all of these Pokemon return as some form of weekly raid release. Like you have 1 month to basically 1 month or 1 weekend, something of that nature, in which Venusaur will be available, and then you can catch that Venusaur. It'll be the only one, and you will basically breed out and get the entire Bulbasaur. That's the only thing that I would think excuses what I'm seeing here, because there's just a lot of these Pokemon that are on this list that are in those files. You can clearly see they're on here. Now the other possibility, and I really doubt it, but the other possibility that I would imagine would be that what we're going to be seeing is these are the Pokemon that we'll be able to use in the Sinnoh games when they remake Diamond Pearl. But I still see so many Sinnoh Pokemon missing too, so I have a hard time believing that. There are clearly starters that are still missing. The Sinnoh starters are missing. So I would have to guess that this must be the weekly raid content, and we'll see these Pokemon return slowly, drip, drip, drip form. But that should keep the game cycle going, and I kind of figure that would be Game Freak's intention. So whether or not you like that, I do feel like that is what they're going to be doing, basically giving us the old Pokemon that they removed one by one. I know it sounds really cheap, but at the same time, I think it makes sense in order to keep the game flow active, and it also makes sense for the competitive scene, which they want to slowly start with a smaller amount of Pokemon and just drip in these other Pokemon one by one. That way they can kind of manage the competitive scene a little bit better. Maybe that's a little bit wishful thinking, but that's all I have here, except for the fact that because we have these icons, we can see some Pokemon that we haven't seen leaked yet, or that we've only seen like a couple images of. So specifically, right over here, this is the Galarian Farfetch'd, and its leak is much more massive. You see, I can zoom in just a little bit. There we go. Look at this guy. He looks smug. I love it. I cannot wait to use a Farfetch'd on my team. We've seen Galarian Rapidash, but here it is in the icon form. Mr. Mime and the Galarian Mr. Mime. I've been saying for a while, I think Galarian Mr. Mime's better than regular Mr. Mime, but between these two, maybe they're just equally as awful. Yeah, but look at this. Look at all these Pokemon. Now, this is unique. Now, we know that we're getting Galarian Darumaka, Galarian Darmanitan, but look at this. This looks like an evolution for Galarian Darmanitan, in which it's Ice and Fire. I could be 100% wrong there, but if this is true, I really want to use it on my team. I really, really, really want to use it on my team. Now, going down a little bit further, I didn't notice anything specific here, but when I got to the Gigantamax icons, we've got some news. All right, let's take a look at Galarian Machamp. I can guarantee you his head is actually a lot tinier, but this would be, I said Galarian, Gigantamax Machamp. Gigantamax Gengar, look at this guy! That massive mouth! That is so cool. I'm going to guess that this over here is the Gigantamax Eternatus. It could just be his second form, but I think it's Gigantamax Eternatus. But we see the icons for all the Gigantamax forms over here, and we have Toxtricity gets its own Gigantamax form. We see Gigantamax, if I had to guess, Sandaconda. This would be Gigantamax Appleton. We've only seen a very rough shot of Gigantamax Colossal, but I'm telling you what, guys, this thing is going to be flippin' amazing. Gigantamax Orbeetle, right? This looks like Gigantamax Melmetal, if I had to guess. And Gigantamax Snorlax gets a garden on its belly with a tree. It reminds me of Torterra a little bit, but this is so cool. We have so many details just in these sprite files. We have what looks to be Pokemon that have been cut will return slowly over time, but more importantly, we have all of the Gigantamax forms revealed to us, right? And my boy Kingler. But yes, we finally see the reveal of Gigantamax Gengar, brand new, Gigantamax Toxtricity, Gigantamax Sandaconda. These guys have been revealed, but we didn't really get to see a good shot of the Appleton Gigantamax form. Gigantamax Orbeetle, I did not think we were getting this. Gigantamax Melmetal and Gigantamax Snorlax. Did not think that we would be receiving these. So that is really cool. That is really awesome. I thought that we had all the information on these games leaked so far, but today we just got so much more news. Anyways, guys, that's it for the video. This was really cool. I'm actually way more excited for Sword and Shield right now because, well, because this does alleviate some of the concerns I had. And I really like those Gigantamax forms. Like, really, really, really like them. Anyways, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Please go ahead and give us a like, leave us a comment, and let us know what you think. Bye-bye.